Do you want to know? In I don't know if I ever told this story on the podcast, but when I was in Afghanistan, people had like the locals there. They had like a coffee tin or some kind of bowl, and they'd pop a hole in the bottom of it, right? A little tiny hole, so it would like drip water out of it, and then they'd fill the container with water, and they'd have it sitting over top. They'd have like something where it sits, and it would hold it, and then they had like hay up along the window in like a so there's like a little trough that runs across, and it would drip. The water would drip down off the trough, and it would go down along the hay strands that were down the window. So basically, what the water does in the wet hay, when the air comes in, the water cools the air blowing into the house, and the water would slowly drip down the hay and moisten the hay, and it would cool down the house.
Kind of like a really poor man's air conditioning.
I mean, you got what you got.
Yeah, I mean, hey, realistically, I never even thought about, that particular, I guess, idea or process. I'm not even sure what to call it.
Right.
But I could see that actually working.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can keep it out of, sunlight.
I was quite amazed by it.
If you keep it shaded, we'll say.
Well, there's no trees there, so it's definitely not in the shade.
Right, but it's inside the building. They're dwelling.
They live inside the house, correct? They stay in the shade, but the thing is on top of the window outside.
Oh, so this particular engineering device, we will call it at this point.
Right.
I got no better word for it.
Right.
Makeshift air conditioner,
correct.
Whatever. It's outside. It's not
right.
inside. I assumed that it would be inside.
That container is on the outside of the house.
I don't know why you would keep that on the.
I mean, that's the way they had it built. I don't know. I'm sure you could come up with all different kinds of ideas on how to improve or fix that kind of thing.
All right. I mean, that's fair. So this particular time, we'll move on from there. Me being without power, 5 days. This has been the longest that I had been involuntarily without power.
Involuntarily?
Involuntarily.
How often are you voluntarily without power?
Well, I mean, when I was Boy Scouts and everything, we canoed down the entire Susquehanna River.
Right. I mean, yeah, you can get it. You can get away that way. Go canoeing.
But that was voluntary.
Right.
Involuntary.
You go camping.
Power outage.
Right. Going camping.
So, I'm saying.
Have you seen these camping videos these days? These people are not actually camping. They have little generators and lights in the tent. They have like little fucking DVD players. They just sit there and watch videos on while they're camping. That's not camping, people. That is not camping. I mean, do what you want to do if that's what makes you happy, but do not call that camping, because that is not camping.
That is, what's a good analogy here? That is like a poor man's hotel.
Correct. Something like that. It's definitely not camping. I can tell you that much. If you have electrical devices in your tent, you are not camping.
Wait, hold on. Is there a power strip?
I'm sure there is.
If there is a power strip, yes, it cannot be classified as camping.
And then you try to pretend like you're roughing it out in the cold Siberia or Alaska or something like that, and you got like a heated, electrically heated sleeping bag.
Well, I mean,
you're cheating.
Yeah, cheating.
You're cheating.
Yeah, well, at the same point in time, if you're in Siberia. But I'd venture to say that that's probably more camping than.
If you have an electrical device while you're camping, you're not camping.
So that is your classification,
yes.
Level?
Yes.
Okay, so
if
let's say
if you want to video it,
wait. Let's say you go camping.
Right.
Do you bring your phone?
Okay, so if you use it to make yourself more comfortable, then I do not consider it camping.
Okay, so if
you're
you
gonna
watch
sit there,
a random video on your phone,
yes, you're no longer camping.
Okay.
You're no longer camping.
I mean, that's kind of the question I was getting
right.
at. So, I mean, you know what? I wouldn't bring my phone.
Right.
If you want to call it camping in that sense.
But everybody's so attached to their phones nowadays. Be like, oh, what if something bad happens? I have to get this phone call like right now. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm saying if an EMP device ever goes off, 20% of the population will just automatically kill themselves.
They'd lose their fucking minds to start
That's
with.
what I'm saying. They would lose their fucking shit.
Right. I think one of the things, like, you can stay more connected with today's technology with your families and stuff like that. So you could live on the other side of the country and still be connected to your mom or your dad, or when you're going to college, you'd be still connected to them on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. But if we didn't have the technology we had nowadays, would people be moving so far away from home and be away from their families?
I don't know.
I don't think they would.
That's kind of a philosophical sort of question. I would think.
I think people would be more likely to stay local.
You would, right? I mean, probably more likely, but you would still have, if you didn't have a cell phone. Let's take this as an example, and you still had landlines. You would still be able to call,
right? That's true. And we've had like
now, granted, you won't be able to like FaceTime or any of this other bullshit they got.
I don't do any of that either.
Yeah. So, I'm curious as to what the longest you have involuntarily been without power has been.
I mean, would you consider deployments involuntary?
Well, no, you signed up for it.
Okay. And the longest that I've involuntarily, probably just a couple days.
Couple days, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Not to me. I mean, it is what it is. I got no power. What am I gonna do?
Was it in any kind of extreme weather, conditions? Heat, cold,
anything like that? It was a snowstorm.
It was a snowstorm. Okay, so it was cold.
Right.
But
I mean, I got clothes. I know how to look. You know me. I don't handle heat very well, but I can deal with the cold. I'm okay in the cold.
And that's fucked up because I'm the exact opposite. I can. Right. I mean. Up until this year, I've been able to deal with the heat,
Right. I mean, you can.
I don't do cold.
Look, I can only go. I mean, I'm obviously I would be in my own house when the power's out, and I could walk around fucking naked, but I'm still gonna be fucking hot as shit. I'm not gonna have no fucking air. I'm not gonna have any fans blowing on me. But if I'm in the cold, I can put some thick clothes on. I can put layers on. I can lay in a blanket. I mean, I can stay warm. But when you're hot, there's literally no way of getting away from hot.
Cold water.
I mean, the water's not going to work.
Yeah, and this is, one problem that I definitely experienced.
Right. I mean, everything in the house uses
I had to drive to someone else's house to take a shower every night after work.
Right.
And it was like I said, sweltering heat and humidity. It was a bad couple days.
Would you have rather it being cold? Would you?
No.
You would not have rather being able to just put some like jackets and sweaters on. And lived through 5 days of cold weather with no power, or 5 days of hot weather with
5 days of hot weather for sure.
I'm so on the other side of that.
I'll put it like this. I obviously wasn't home during the day and everything,
right?
But at night,
yeah,
I was able to keep the house, we'll say, on an average of about 72, 73 degrees.
I would think it would be hotter than that.
I know, you would think, but I mean, like I said, that's why you keep everything closed up during the day.
Right.
Open it up as soon as the outside temperature gets higher than the inside temperature, or lower, I'm sorry.
Right.
There's a science behind it.
All right.